I know what maxing is, but mogging is a mystery. All I've seen in terms of maxing is people put, like, maxing at the end of... Okay, so the farthest you can get is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We should be able to rescue him. If I counted right, which, you know, counting is hard, so I might have counted wrong. But people put maxing at the end of words to mean, like, doing a good job, right? Is mogging's like a sex thing? Or am I wrong about both of those? Or just one? Perfect. Mogging is when someone looks more attractive than you. Okay, so it's kind of a sex thing. Oh, that's a moving sleep staff guy. In, like, a cunty way. Are we, like, allowed to say that on YouTube? Because it's, like... Here in America, people consider that word to be, like... a slur or whatever. But I know that in, like, Australia and, like, the UK and those sorts of places, it's basically just the equivalent of, you know, saying you're a jerk. Like, it's not even as bad as a swear word there. I know YouTubers that have to censor that word. And yet, and I guess this is because it's so America-centric, but, the word... Oh, should I say it? I don't know if I should say it, honestly. S-P-A-Z... is like, it's like an ableist slur in the UK, but it's like a perfectly normal word here in the United States, right? And that word doesn't get treated the same way. Lopez is a coin maxer. Yo, Javier, kill. It's not a slur people didn't know it was a slur. I mean, I think... I don't think that makes things not a slur. I think that, you know, we can approach it differently in sort of the way... Rather than, like, you know, we should, you know... hate this person forever. It's more an acknowledgement of just how, you know, messed up society was, but... Similar to the G word, where, especially in the United States, it's so it's used so cavalierly. For those who might not know what I'm talking about, it's a slur for the Romani people, which is the group that Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame is a part of. But that, and then the shortened form of it that is like a verb, are slurs that, like, originated in Europe for the Romani people because they were viewed as, like, you know, evil child snatchers, magic, they lay curses on you, that sort of stuff. And that word, there are definitely quite a few people in the United States who just don't recognize it is an offensive term for of people. Which doesn't make it, like, an okay word to use, but it does mean that, you know, grace probably isn't the right word for it, but there's some amount of understanding where it's like, rather than, you know, fuck you, I'm never gonna watch your stuff again, I think you're a horrible person, it's like, hey, you know, you might not realize this, but that word is, like, actually really fucking offensive, right? I will say people in Europe, I think, less grace on that front because it is, you know, the Romani people are there, right? And they are actively persecuted in Europe, with, you know, that word being leveraged against them and used to justify said persecution, right? The only slur I stand by is clanky, cause fuck AI. What is clanky? Wait, am I allowed? Okay. What is, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that word. What is that? I realize you just called it a slur, so maybe I shouldn't just be throwing it around. What does that mean? Clanker and similars for robots. Okay, maybe I'm just old and this is gonna age very poorly. But that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. A slur for robots? First off, we do not have sentient robots. So, like, the concept of, like, a slur for functionally an inanimate object, right? Ooh, he got hit. I think he's fine, though. I don't think anyone else can reach him. Enemy attack order saved him. It's not a real slur. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh, fuck, it can reach him. Okay, just dodge arrows. Just dodge. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's not like... It feels like a slur on the same level as cracker, where it just comes from a fundamental misunderstanding of what the term slur is referring to. Because it's not... A slur is not an insult. I mean, it is an insult, but insult is not slur, right? It's squares and rectangles. If I call you an idiot, right? If I say, hey, you're really fucking stupid, that's not a slur. A slur is targeted specifically at a marginalized group in order to convey the understanding, the idea, you are not welcome here, you are not safe here. Often associated with a history, around that marginalization. Not always, but usually there's a history, right? So, like, you know, the C word, for East Asian people, and specifically Japanese people, but sort of applied broadly to East Asian people, comes from World War II stuff, right? The N-word, I mean, do we have time to go over the entire history of, up into the present day, the way that black people are marginalized and stuff is weaponized against them? Whereas, like, you know, robots or AI, in addition to just not being sentient, they're not like a fucking underclass. Raid alert? What do you mean raid alert? Raid alert. What's... Oh, right. YouTube added that, like, raid feature. I forgot. Ellery sent us. Hello, Ellery fans. You joined at a very weird time. What a weird... Yeah, exactly. What a weird time to raid the stream. Somebody said the word clanker was a slur, and I was talking about why, that's dumb, and I disagree. Sorry to have you walk in on the slur discussion. Fun raid event. Sponsored by not Raid Shadow Legends. Hello, Ellery. How did your stream go? You were doing more Awakening? I saw the notification. You have a new strategy. What is that new strategy? We do not live in the Blade Runner times. Please ignore the Blade Runner said of the past. Are people gonna unsubscribe from me if I say I've never watched Blade Runner? Because I haven't. I'm sorry. It's a piece of culture that I just have not engaged with.